Hey guys, what's up? This is me, Omar C, and this is my very first episode of Ask Omar, my Ask Omar videos I'm going to start doing for you guys. We'll just basically consider this a dry run. I'm not sure how this is going to go, and I might probably change it up every week, put the camera in different places, but I figured this time I'd be on the other side of my iMac instead of in front of it this time, so make it a little different. Basically, I'm just going to answer a couple questions. You guys have sent me tons and tons of questions, and I just picked 5 or 6 here that I want to answer. I've done a little bit of research, so I'm going to basically give you the answer to those questions. And if you guys want to ask me additional questions for additional episodes of Ask Omar, you can email me those to omarcorrea@buymeaniphone.com, and I'll do my best to answer those questions for you. Okay? First question we got here is from Michael C. And Michael C, he uses a lot of apps that keep the iPhone screen on for long periods of time. I think one of the apps he mentioned was a digital clock app. Turns your iPhone into like a digital clock. But you keep it on basically all night long, so I guess when you look at it, you can see what time it is. The question he was asking was, is the iPhone susceptible to screen burn? And so the easy, quick answer to that question is no. It does not. Screen burn occurs on like CRT, like those big old monitors, the big ones, or like a plasma screen. A screen burn is basically when you leave an image on the screen for long periods of time. It basically burns the image into the screen, and you can't do anything about it. It basically ruins the screen. But the iPhone is not a plasma; it's an LCD screen, and it's not susceptible to screen burn at all. It does have something. There is something called image persistence, which is if you do leave an image on an LCD for long periods of time, it kind of creates a screen burn type of effect, but it's not permanent. In order to remove that, all you gotta do is flash like a white screen onto your iPhone for about 15 to 20 minutes. If you just leave it on there, it resets those pixels, and that image persistence is gone. So it is safe to use those apps if you really want to. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you really want to use those, you won't cause any permanent damage to your iPhone. Second question from Jeremy R asks, are there any cases that I've tested that have scratched my iPhone? Yes, there has been one case, which was the Casemate naked case for the iPhone 3G, and it left like a hairline scratch on the back of my iPhone. It really ticked me off. I had my iPhone maybe for a few months, I think, when I tested that case. And it dug a pretty nice little groove into the back of the iPhone. And it's disappointing too, because I really like that case. It's a really good case, but a case is supposed to protect your iPhone, not damage it. So that's probably the one case that's damaged my iPhone. So I have heard that happening to other people with that case, but I think the majority of people don't have that issue. So if you really like that case, I'm not going to say completely avoid it, but keep that in mind. Jordan P asks, and I've had this question before, but he asks, how do you put DVDs on your iPhone? And I'm actually going to do a tip video or a video demonstration of how this works, at least on the Mac. I don't have a PC to show it to you guys. But there's a program called Handbrake, which is a free app, and you basically just download it, and you take your DVD that you've purchased already, not one that you've rented or anything, and you basically pop in the DVD, and you open up Handbrake, and it asks you to burn or rip the DVD. You rip into a file, you drop it into your iTunes, and you sync it to your iPhone. And this is something you can even use these files too for like on your laptop if you have like a MacBook, or even a PC if you want to use your laptop PC. Say you're going to be going on a long flight or something like that. You don't want to carry like a bunch of DVDs with you. Well, just go ahead and rip those DVDs into little files, keep them on your laptop, and you can watch those movies later on without having to have the physical DVDs there with you. And you can rip it to like AVIs, or there's a couple different files I believe that you can rip it to. But the program is called Handbrake, and that's for Mac. And I'll have a video demonstration on how that works later on for you guys. Let's see here. David T asks, are there viruses for the iPhone on the internet? And I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of an exact virus for the iPhone. I have heard of one time, for those of you that do jailbreak your iPhones, I did hear of one time there was this one kid, I think he was 17 years old, that created an app that was that you could use, that you could install on jailbroken iPhones. And I'm not sure what it did to your iPhone. I think it messed it up somehow. Like it made it to where it was, you'd have to hard reset it to get it to work again, something to that effect. But that wasn't so much as a virus that I think David's asking me about here. As far as a virus is, I mean, that'll always be an issue, and I'm sure it is possible if people really want to sit down and create a virus for the iPhone, that you would use some type of exploit online or through the internet. I'm sure it would be possible. Have I heard of a virus? No, an actual virus. I've never heard of that before. But who knows? The iPhone's only 2 years old, so it's only a matter of time before that probably is going to happen. Next question, Ian S. He asks me, what is my favorite app for the iPhone? And I'm a pretty simple guy. I don't play a lot of games on my iPhone. I really don't download a whole lot of apps, to be quite honest with you. But the one app that I downloaded, like right when the App Store became available, was NetNewsWire. And let me see if I can show you guys the icon for that. For those of you that are big on RSS feeds, it's called Net News. You can barely see with my icon. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Let me see here. No, you can't see it. Well, take my word for it. It's basically an RSS feed reader. And if you subscribe to RSS feeds from different websites like news sites that post information regularly, basically this will help me. It helps me organize all of that information. So basically, I can put RSS feeds for iLounge, for Macworld, for Macrumors, all those different websites. And so anytime I post a new article, a new news on their website, it shows up in my RSS feed or my Net News. What is this thing called? Net News Wire. It shows up in that app, and I can keep up to date with all that stuff. So that's how I basically. Stay on top of all the iPhone news. I have about maybe 7 to 9 different sites I have put in there. I probably use that app more than I use Safari, which is really weird. But and that basically can keep up with all the different news. So if there's any news at the end of my day when I'm driving home at all the stoplights, I'm checking my Net News Wire to see, what's the newest news from Macrumors, what's the newest news at Macworld, what's the newest thing that iLounge has been reviewing, or that type of thing. So I can kind of stay on top of all that stuff. And it's really simple. It's just text. It just shows you what the story is. You can click on a link and you can actually view the actual web page. You can email that story to you. So say if I found a really good information, I want to email it to myself to remind myself, hey, later write a post about this on the site. I can email it to myself and I can check it out later on. And it's a really cool app. And so basically for those of you that really check out news sites a lot, it's like the perfect app. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything on the App Store. Net News Wire. Go ahead and check it out. Last question, guys. Jailbreak and why? And I'm not sure. I didn't write a name here of who would ask this question because I had at least 100 people asking me this question. Why should you jailbreak your iPhone? I don't have an easy answer for that question, guys. My iPhone is jailbroken. My iPhone 3G has been jailbroken since an hour after I bought it. It's always been jailbroken. I just think that whenever you jailbreak your iPhone, you open your iPhone to more possibilities of more things that you can put on it instead of what Apple allows you to put on it. The App Store is great; it has lots of good applications that you can put on there. But for me, though, I want the ability to be able to put things on there that are maybe really useful that the app would never be made to the iStore. I mean, I'm sure you guys notice when you see my reviews when I show my iPhone. I got things on here that you probably can't get in the App Store at all. I know for a fact, like IntelliScreen, which is one of them, which displays my, if you can see on the bottom there, it displays my calendar, my emails, my text messages on my lock screen. I don't have to actually unlock my iPhone to see what the new message is. It says it right on my lock screen. So all I got to do is press my home button, and I can see who just emailed me, who just text messaged me what my newest calendar dates are. You can't add themes, like here, custom icons and themes, unless it's jailbroken, which is another. That's probably one of the biggest things I like. I just like having to be able to customize my home screen. I get kind of bored of looking at that black screen with the same traditional icons that the iPhone has. But you can, whenever you jailbroken, you can change alert sounds. I can have whatever email sound, text message sound I want to. I can change all those on here. There's certain applications that, like I said, the App Store will never allow to be put on there, which is one of them, like changes the themes, which is a really cool app. And there's certain games that there's only developers that make them for third-party applications for jailbroken iPhones, not for the App Store. No, it's not necessary at all. You don't need it at all, but it just gives you a couple different capabilities and it opens up a new doorway to different things you can do with your iPhone, which I like to do. Plus, I like to stay on top of new things, and so I know some of you guys out there, the majority of you guys don't have your iPhone jailbroken, but I know some of you do, and you want to know information or know about news or things that's going on with jailbroken iPhones. So in order to give you guys the newest information on that, I feel like I have to have my iPhone jailbroken. The second thing about jailbreaking your iPhone is, whenever you want to update it to like the 2.2 update, which just came out, you lose all those jailbroken settings. So you basically have to start from scratch every time there's an update, which is one reason why I haven't updated my phone yet, because I don't want to lose all my settings and my icons and my sounds and all those different things I've already put on there. Eventually I will, but right now I could live without Street View and whatever the other features that they've added with the new update. But that's just my reason why I jailbroke my iPhone. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for your questions. Keep them coming. I'll try to do another video as soon as I can. I've already used up my 10 minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for watching my video reviews on buymeaniphone.com, and thanks for coming to my YouTube channel and watching them on there as well. Don't forget to subscribe, and also we have a bunch of cool contests going on right now, so go to buymeaniphone.com and get some details on those, okay? Take it easy, guys.